This is Tim from Uniform, and in this video we will be talking about how you can actually manage your project and its files with the Uniform CLI. So you can get compositions and component definitions from Uniform and get them locally into your file system and put them in Git, for example. And then later on you can actually push them back to other projects. So what you can do is actually have a dev environment, a QA environment, a production one, and all you have to do is use the CLI to move the files around, and it's actually quite easy to do. So let's have a look at how I am doing that. So this is the browser, and this is one of my projects, and you see I have 4 components here, but I also already have a composition that's using all these components. So now when we go to the code, I've installed the CLI like this. So I have a CLI locally installed in my project. You can also install it globally if you want. And so what I'm doing is I have some NPM scripts for pulling components and compositions or pushing them. And I'm pushing them or pulling them in the data folder here. And right now that data folder is empty. But I want to get the definitions and the compositions and then push them elsewhere, right? So now here, all the information is here. So how about we actually go and pull the components, and we just do this in Yarn or in NPM or whatever. I'm using Yarn here. So now I'm pulling the components and they come into that data folder, right? So now you have these YAML files with all the information inside of them that you need. By the way, before I continue, you have to use the correct API key and project ID in your environment variables, so the SDK can actually, or the SDK or the CLI can actually read these. Let's also pull the compositions. There we go. And so now we have everything in place, right? The whole composition with all the components and everything is in there. So now let's actually remove all the stuff from here, and then we'll push it back in just to show you how that would work. So let's remove these components. And so while I'll do this, I'll talk about our CLI is actually quite lightweight, and it's using a plugin structure. So if you install, for example, the Uniform context for personalization, it will add features as plugins to the CLI. And so every time new stuff happens on our platform and you install the NPM package, your CLI is enriched, it has more features. Okay, so now we have nothing left. Everything is gone. Let's push them back in. So let's go to the code and just copy paste our stuff here. So first let's push all the component definitions. Oh, we have to go here. Push components. There we go. And now we can actually push the compositions. It's here. I already typed that before. Okay, so it's grabbing everything from the data folder. And now when we go back and go to the component library, here are our 4 components and everything is working. So that's all that I wanted to show you today. So if you feel like you want to know more or you want to talk about it, join us on Discord. So you can go to uniform.to/Discord and join us there. Or you can actually go to the documentation at docs.uniform.app and read all about the CLI and all its properties that it has. Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. Cheers.